Planning a trip, don't fall in a trap of 47 tabs and screenshots you'll never unwrap.
No mapping out the routes in 5 apps, no jagged debates or spreadsheets.
Keep it clean.
What you do need,
Just ask AI the right questions quick. Cause life's too short to plan the trip when you could already be on it. When you could already be on it. When you could already be on it.
Happy
Hey,
holidays.
happy holidays. It's that time of the year. Yes, thank you all for joining us on this very special edition of the Learning Bus. Of course, we are ending the year, ending 2025, closing it hopefully with a bang. And Christmas is right around the corner, so lots to look out for. I mean, it's a very happy, very merry time, and we're really looking forward to having a lot of fun in this session. What do you say, Kathy?
Sounds great. I'm ready to jump in, ready to open up all my presents that we have for today.
Yeah. Santa has a lot of gifts for all of us over here. And this is not going to be a typical webinar that we usually conduct, right? This is we are thinking of, like, unwinding and calling it a day towards the end of this year, feeling very restful, feeling very thankful for the year that went by. So that's something that we are going to be talking about, not work. We are not going to be talking about work here. We are going to be talking about everything else other than that. What do we have in store, Cassie? Really curious.
Well, we're going to do some interactive conversation here. We're going to maybe do a little demo for everyone. You want to get your holiday spirit on and you're looking for that customized song. We're going to show you how that can be done.
Yeah.
And, we're going to just try and take a dive in and see what the holidays have for everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm very curious to know what your holiday is gonna be like, Cassie, and to everybody over here on the call. We really interested to know what this holiday is gonna be like for you. If you can, please take some time and put in an emoji in the chat, and then one word. If one word could capture what this holiday means to you, please drop that in the chat. I would like to start with one word that would encapsulate my holiday over here would be rest. Definitely rest and relaxation. So rest is one word. I see one that's come up over here from Kavita. She says fun. What about you, Kathy? What would be one
Mine
word for
would
you?
be mine would be grateful. So every year I find an individual that's in my circle and I choose to kind of bless them and find out what they need, what their needs are. And then I also take a lot of portion of my funds that I have and I save on the side for the holidays and I donate it to an organization, or I look for one of those Christmas trees where they're buying gifts for kids who are less fortunate or family or in social services, and tend to do that. So I'm very grateful for all the things that I'm given and I try to share and give that back.
Oh, that's very sweet. In fact, yeah, that's a huge theme right now, right? Like in being grateful for what you have and what you can do out there, the people that surround you. So I know that's beautiful. Gratefulness. Yeah. What about some other words? Really looking out for some words from our participants, because trust me, this the words that you're gonna put out over here is gonna come in handy as we go ahead. And Kathy did give us a little sneak peek about a song that's gonna come up, and these words are definitely gonna come handy over there. So yes, please drop by, drop in your words.
Yeah, a lot of
So,
times, when it's the holidays, you're looking for that one word. I think rest does come up pretty often, just that, we tend to be just go, 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 go. And then as you're winding down for the year, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready. I just want to relax, and kind of reset for the new year. I think this year went by really quick. And so I think a lot of folks are at that stage where like, oh, okay, I'm done. 2025, goodbye.
yeah, I mean, you're right. It just went off in a jiffy. I couldn't remember. I mean, post June, July, I mean, things were kind of like a blur. And it's like a big bang right now that's happening in December. Hopefully, with the way things are, shaping up with, and I know I can't get enough of this word AI. A lot of things have happened in 2025, and certainly influenced our work in a way that we can't even comprehend sometimes. Like it's transformative shift, right? So with all those tools and everything out there, and you're right. I mean, somebody put in the word in the chat also, frenzy. It's been kind of like a frenzy this whole year, and so many experimentations. I know that Cassie personally has been doing a lot of experiments with automation and these new tools and all of that. So I guess I'm also grateful, Cassie, if I were to say, like the way the tools have helped me out in my work and, the all I mean, different things. And we would be covering a lot of the non-work related uses of these tools also in this webinar. So I am grateful for these tools. I know they've made a huge shift, and I'm really looking forward to 2026 because of these tools. I can certainly say that a lot more is in store in 2026.
The other thing, during this holiday season, I just want to hope that those who lost their jobs over this year, because that was another huge pendulum
Yeah.
swing, that the market really changed and everyone thought it was due to AI. And most companies, it really had to do with the attrition because they didn't realize everybody would stay. But I think there's a lot of great talent out there. And so if you are out there without a job, hang in there. Keep the happiness up, keep your skills up, stay focused, jump into your LinkedIn community, share what little tools that you're doing or little projects and what tools are you using for that. Really, really keep going because it's going to get better. Right now I know it's the lull season, but when January swings around in February, it'll really speed back up. So hang in there, everyone.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Big shout out to all the people out there who are affected, we're really hoping and praying that 2026 is going to be a really different year, a lot of transformative changes and such. Great, great. So tell me, Cassie, I mean, and this is applicable to everybody out there in the chat in this webinar. What are you grateful for this year, like 2025? We did speak a little bit about it, but we really wanted to kind of pull on that thread and see what all are the areas in which are things for which people are grateful for. So um, I guess we'll start with you, Cassie. I mean, you did mention a little bit, but overall, I mean, 2025, what all are the things that you're grateful
2025, I think on a personal stance, I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for my LinkedIn community. That's where I do a lot of my learning. I do a lot of learning from colleagues, having conversations. And so it's been great. I think the community that is out there is doing so much and people are so willing to share. So I'm very grateful that they're willing to share. How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
you?
that's I have a lot of things to be grateful for actually in this year. One, I just mentioned the new set of tools that's like really changed the way I've been working right now. But apart from that, also lot of new connections. I've been
Mm.
speaking to a lot of new people. A lot of people have been reaching out to me. So that's like amazing because every person that I meet, it's a different perspective. So I get to hear a different story, and that's like enriching to me. So I'm really grateful for all the new connections that I got this year. Um, work wise also, I got to learn a lot of new things, specifically in the learning domain, how things are changing. So that's huge. And yeah, last but definitely not the least, family. It's like I'm really grateful for, the love that I'm getting, the people that I'm surrounded by, and a lot of support that I'm getting. And I know that I wouldn't be the person that I am or what I'm able to do without these, people, the support systems in place. So I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kavita, I got to meet her this year, which was amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. She's also grateful for the opportunity she had to meet so many L&D experts and her team who is helping her deliver the amazing work that is done at Apposite.
I'm one of them, and I'm really happy. It's been a lot of support from Kavita also, so I'm like really thankful for the kind of she's part of the leadership for Apposite, so it's really a big thing, having her out there and connecting with people and like spreading the word of Apposite. So thank you so much. Yeah,
And this
and
year, we're
then
very grateful. We started the Learning Buzz.
yes, that is a huge movement, and we see that already. This is the third episode in the last, I think, 2 months or so, and I think we're gonna be kickstarting a lot of new episodes in the coming year, also, right, Cassie? I think you have some information and stuff. We have some information around that.
Yeah, we have some great guests that are coming. And not that you folks don't enjoy listening to Vishark and I, but we have some great guests that are going to be on. And just like how Vishark and I talk about, we have a great community who loves to share, or people reaching out. We want to make sure that we connect you with those people that we're connected with. So that is definitely something we're going to do in 2026.
Yeah, yeah. And checking out with the people over in the chat over here, please feel free to drop in, your the things that you're grateful for. And if you're interested, we'd be happy to hear from you as well, right here on the call. Like Cassie mentioned, this is going to be a very interactive session. So it shouldn't be just that Cassie and I am speaking, but we would like you also to kind of interact and give us some of your stories and your personal anecdotes, experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that's interesting, I know sometimes this time may not work for everyone, and people might watch the recording later. So if you do watch the recording, put a post in there and make a comment and let us know what time zone or what time zone you're in, definitely. Second, what time might work for you to see this and be in with us live, because sometimes it's not always the best time. So we're trying to figure out that right cadence for time.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll really help us because we are trying to collect as much feedback from our, viewers, because ultimately this group, this entire webinar series, whatever we are talking about is for you. And we would love to hear from you so that, we can kind of change our ways, improve the game, put on a better show for you. So yeah, it all depends on you.
Also, if you have a recommendation of something you'd like to learn, someone you'd like to see, definitely put it out there and we'll do the best that we can to see if we can get them on. Or I was going to say acquire them, which is not really the right word, but invite them to join us and have a conversation and share some thoughts. I think there's so many great speakers that are out there, and you don't have to be someone who published a book. You don't have to be someone out there who's high profiled in the community. You could just be someone who's working on a project and we could talk about it. We could say like, "Hey, how'd you do that? What did you think about? What were your thought process when you went through it?" So it doesn't have to be anyone, it could be you. You're listening to this right now. You're watching this. You might say like, "Hey, I want to do it." I'm like, "Great. Put your name out there. We'll connect with you, have you on, share with what you're doing. What is a project? What are some of the latest thoughts you have? What is a topic you like to talk about and discuss? And invite your friends and maybe your family, I'm not sure about that, but your friends, your colleagues, and everyone else.
Yeah, and it's as simple as just hearing out your stories, because I know that each person has, a different set of stories, and we all could, stand to learn from them in whatever way. So sure, every person has an authentic story that they come with. So
And
happy to
that's
hear.
the gift that keeps on giving. So just because we're in the holiday season and you decide you want to give gifts now, gifts of giving happen throughout the year, and that's the best thing. So for 2026, we hope that you can join us and continue the gift of giving, learning, give the gift of giving us your understanding of your process, the gift of giving of others who can come along and share their knowledge, and we can all learn as a community.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thought, Cassie.
And
That way,
Vishar's
I
probably
think.
killing me because I'm totally off script, everyone. So don't worry. I drive Vishar crazy. So don't worry, you won't drive us crazy.
No, absolutely not. Crazier the merrier. Yeah. So Cassie, I mean, I guess the next thing that we are gonna do, the big thing, right, is about creating a song. Do you want to kind of get into
Yeah,
that?
let's. So when you folks jumped on, you heard a little song that was played and you saw like a little image illustration of us. So that song was created by Suno. And I know that many people know about it, but not everyone knows about it. So what we thought we'd do is we'd share with you. And again, it is a free tool. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here for a second. It is a free tool for you to use. When you log in, you can use your Gmail or whatever email address you choose to use, and you can go in here, create your own song. At the very top left hand side, it says create. You're going to dump in a bunch of words. You'll go ahead and click create, and it'll give you some options of like different songs. So once you have all your words in there, you're gonna have a little grateful chaos. So it looks like it's being generated. So you can see like I've done different songs here.
Yeah.
But let's go into the first one and take a look what it's come up with. And it does take some time to generate. So be patient with the tool. It's not like a microwave where you stick the food in for 30 seconds and then it heats up really quick. But it does take some time to generate. So once the song is generated, you want to make sure that you see it here, you take a look at the word. Sometimes you might want to go in and change some words, and it does give you the ability to do that. Then when you're ready, you can go ahead and play the song.
Iterations key like a song on loop. Quality's the chase
So I'm
the
gonna
steps
start
we
it again.
take.
Sorry.
Talk about outcomes, not the noise we make. It's the goal we chase, not the steps we take. Lean and mean, yeah, we cut the slack. Six Sigma vibes keep us on the track. Spin.
So once you're done with that, and
Cool.
you have your song, you can go ahead and you can, um, you know, export it out. It does let you export it and you can use it for whatever you want to do. But again, there are
Yeah.
some limitations again when you're using the free tool, but it's a great way for you to create some engagement, create something that is copyright free. It does give you two different versions and it allows you some creativity around that. A lot of times this is good for when you're doing those company retreats and you want to get everybody's mood and you want to kind of get their ideas and you plug it in there and you create the song and at the end you're like, here's a song to sum up everything. And I think it creates a very entertaining summation of what you went through and what everyone experienced. And people will ask you like, oh my gosh, how'd you create that? Oh my gosh, can I get a
Yeah.
copy of the song? Or you could even create your own little music video of different
Yeah.
shots that happen during your retreat and then put the song as a background and play that. So definitely use it. Creative tool, easy to use, not very friendly. And if you want more of the event stuff, you can definitely go ahead and pay for it. But there are also other creators that are on there who have their songs. So sometimes if you're looking for something, you can search for
Yeah.
that and use their song.
Yeah, it almost makes everybody a song creator, right? I mean,
A
songwriter,
song
producer,
producer, right? A
song
music
producer.
producer.
Yeah, and I was trying out Cassie, and they just released the version 5 or something, right? The premium version of
Yes.
it, and it's like
Yeah.
mind blowing. So yeah, I mean, if you pay the upgraded version, I'm not sure what the pricing is like, but then if you take the upgraded version, you get the premium, and you can create songs, like amazing songs. So
Yeah,
it's
I have used so I used it when it first came out and I used
mm,
it for a training and people were like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing? What is this?" And it was in education. It was so funny and the kids loved it and the adults were amazed. And so I think while this tool has been around for a while and it has gone through
yeah.
some upgrades, I don't think everybody's using it, but there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's picking up now. I've been noticing a lot of lot of posts on Reddit and such where people are posting about their songs that they created and such. There is a little bit of a controversy also where like now everybody gets to create songs. So where are these tracks coming from? And those kind of things are there. But the fact is that people are enjoying it. People are using it. And like you said, like there's so many use cases where it brings people together. You can use words. You can create a song then and there, and not just one. I mean, I think when you put in the keywords, it creates 4 different versions of the
Yes.
track. So that's like amazing. And you get to define whether you want it in a jazz mode or whether you want it in one of those bluesy, old, dreamy style. You get that. It's blown my mind, in fact, because till now I've been like exploring with Claude, and it's mostly text generation, some bit of image generation, coding and such. But songs are like, wow.
Can
That
you
was amazing.
imagine one day, Vishar, they're gonna find a way where you can record your voice and it'll take your voice and it'll make it like if you're singing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Who
sure
knows?
it's
That might be on the
somewhere
horizon for
somebody's
their
already
development
working on it.
roadmap. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what my voice would sound like in a song, but
That's okay. You probably do some Bollywood song. I know you. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, yeah, some Hindi songs.
Well,
Yeah,
we shared a little tool here. What is a creative AI thing you tried this season or you want to try? I'll share one more thing I did this holiday season, and I think I was trying to create a way to come up with. I guess we all so in the US we send Christmas cards. Do you guys send Christmas cards out like photos with your Christmas cards? Okay. So again, I don't want to make any assumption that every country does it, but this
not
year
to
I said,
that detail, not to that scale as the
okay,
West does, but then it's catching on. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, so what I did this year was I leveraged AI and I created a digital Christmas card and I shared it out with everyone. Oh, you use Nano Banana to create some
yeah,
fun cards. Oh, nice, Kavitha. That's good. So I'm going to share my little Christmas card here. And it does have audio. So I'll just share the audio and then I'll turn it off. So I put a little music. And so I turned the music off. So what I did was I put a whole bunch of memories that happened throughout the year and I had people unlock them. Let me just turn it off because it's going to turn on. And it tells you there are 24 memories, how many you've unlocked. So you just literally click on the picture and it tells a little summary of what's happened throughout the year. And it has little icons representing a lot of things that happen. And then I put a little quiz in the bottom about my dog. And then the last ending, I had said, cheers to you in 2026 and then happy holidays. So it was my way of doing a card, not having to spend money on the subscription of paying for the card to be
yeah,
produced, paper and whatnot. And this way it sits there and it's something that I can look back on and say, what did I do in 2025? Oh, that was my Christmas card. What did I do in 2026? Oh, that was my Christmas card. And your question to me is probably, well, how did you create this?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So my first statement to you is, and I would try to pull up everything, but I think I have a lot going on. It's I use ChatGPT to create the prompt. So I said, "Hey, ChatGPT, can you create me a prompt to create a Christmas card reflecting my year of 2025? And this is for the holiday season. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for 2026." And so it created a prompt for me. I took that prompt and I threw it into two different UI UX tools, which is Lovable and Replit. And I did it side by side and I figured out which one do I like better, and it produced at the same time. I did something like this on my LinkedIn post. So if you want to take a look, I did an advent calendar one, and it takes the same amount of time, which was interesting. The advent calendar took 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Both applications took the same amount of time, but the design was very different. So, again, you're going to go ahead and try both of them, figure out what design works for you, and then iterate the design there with the AI.
In fact, let me just quickly see if I can replicate that. Cassie, are you able to see my
Yeah, why don't
screen?
you try? And by the way,
So
Perplexity is available for every comment. Sorry, Comment is now available for everyone.
I know I'm on it right now. This is the Comet browser by Perplexity, and so I can. I'll show you a lot more what the Comet browser can do. That's an interesting thing. But just to check it out, create a prompt for creating a digital um, greeting card.
What kind of greeting card? Is it like
Christmas.
wishing them a happy new year? Is it wishing them?
Christmas greeting card. No, I already wrote. Yeah, for
Yeah, and
Christmas.
and folks, what really makes the difference is the prompt. And so the more information and detail you can give it, the better output you're going to get for your prompt.
Uh, Person.
Think about
Digital
it as
greeting.
like a friend that you're having a conversation with and you're trying to give them the story. So what story are you trying to tell in your prompt so that way the AI knows what you're asking for?
So yeah, as Cassie mentioned, you can give as much detail as possible, but for now, I just gave it this prompt where I'm asking it to create a prompt that I can use in another app called Lovable, and it gave me the prompt.
Yeah, and it'll give you it does a really good job with the prompt. A lot of times you might want to reread through it and then if you want to make changes, but if you can just give it like a one-liner what Vishak did, it does a great job.
Yeah. And then you can just copy paste this prompt to Lovable or any other agentic, app creator like Replit or one, and it'll create the app for you. It's as simple as that. And then you can customize it basis your needs. So yeah. So yes, that's another thing that you can do, right? I mean, you can
You know,
use,
another thing,
yeah,
yeah, you can use these kind of things for many use cases, right? So if you want to, a lot of us have been using it for e-learning, creating this as a tool where you go ahead and you create e-learning activities and it'll create the HTML and the CSS file. And
yeah,
sometimes you're like, well, what if I want to stick it into my learning management system? So I will share with you Melissa Milloway, and if you don't know who she is, definitely follow her. She created a SCORM package wrapper. So here's our
yeah.
gift to you. Well, actually, it's Melissa's gift to all of us. So
Yay.
she created a SCORM wrapper that when you create these tools in Lovable or Replit and you export them, you can zip your file up and load that into her SCORM wrapper, and it'll wrap it as a SCORM file so that way you can load into your learning management system.
Yeah. And then there you go. All your tracking and analytics is enabled by whatever digital learning nugget or solution that you're creating from these
Yeah.
agentic apps. Yeah.
And while we
Awesome.
love a lot of the authoring tools that are out there, by no means are we saying, hey, you don't need an authoring tool anymore. We're saying like there's other creative ways to do things.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be always storyline based or rice based. It can be in so many different formats. In fact, that's one thing that you should try it out. Just get into any one of these platforms, Claude or Lovable, and just say, create an interactive digital learning module on whatever topic you're currently working on. Could be a compliance related topic or a leadership development related topic. Just take that, put it in there, and see what it comes up with. Best way to learn is to experiment, right? So try that out. I mean, you'll be I'm guaranteeing you'll be fascinated by the results that are coming out nowadays.
The other thing cool is, that if you're a Google Chrome user, that it does have the side by side tab now that you can connect them. And so if
Yeah.
you're running Lovable and Replit and you want to see what the difference is and how the design comes out, put the tabs side by side, copy and paste the prompt, and let them run, and then see what the difference is and figure out which one you like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you should check out things like Claude versus ChatGPT versus Google Gemini. You will definitely be able to make out where some of these tools really shine. And there is another thing I wanted to discuss, Cassie. I mean, vibe coding, vibe learning, vibe writing, these are new terms out there. And according to me, I mean, the way I understand it is since AI is able to handle a lot of the heavy lifting, but it's also dependent on the context, right? How much you have been
Hmm.
chatting with these agents and such. So, depending on that, it gives you different results. So, in a way,
Hmm.
it's the vibe that you have with that AI, agentic, this thing kind of determines what the output is like. What do you think
So
about
I,
that?
I wanna I wanna define it for our users and what Vishark's talking about. It's sometimes the relationship you have with them. You know how the relationships you have with people, some people know certain things about you versus others. And so same thing with the AI, how you interact with it. It's what information they know about you and how it interacts with you can definitely change the output of the results.
Yeah, yeah. And we've been noticing a lot. I mean, personally, I favor Claude a lot in a lot of my, task generation, task automation and
Hmm.
such. But I've also noticed that that's probably because I spend a lot of time with that tool, whereas I don't spend that much time with, ChatGPT or, but my second best is Google Gemini. I spend a lot more time there. So I've noticed that the results kind of vary. And for some other people, they prefer ChatGPT a lot, and that's
Yeah.
probably because they spend a lot of time over there, right? I mean, the relationship is already set there. You don't want to kind of bring in a new person. But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's like having a relationship with a person. Sometimes working with these tools.
All right, so we have something for you folks. For those of you out there who have, think about which AI tool you have a better relationship with. And what I'd like you to do is you're going to type in this prompt. I put it in the chat for us. It says, based on our interaction, what kind of adventures in 2026 should I be learning or leaning
Into.
into for the person I'm becoming? Sorry, leaning into. So put that in there. See what it comes up. I will tell you when I did mine, it was very interesting. I did mine in ChatGPT because I have a lot of history with ChatGPT, and it came out with 7 different things for me, about
Mm.
adventure, about reinvention, travel. It also came up with community building things. So I thought it was really cool. Vishak, I know you tried yours. What did you have?
Oh, I had some very interesting, very cool stuff. Like, I think it probably noticed that, we are doing these webinars quite a lot. So it encouraged me to do more of these and, get out there, connect with people, explore, share my stories, hear other people's stories. So that was really enlightening. And a lot more to do with what you were saying about the community building thing, Cassie. It's interesting. Um, it's suggesting that we build a community and we connect with people, we kind of build those networks by which learning actually progresses, information is shared, and that's like mind blowing for me. One of the things is that we've been hearing about the 6-7 phenomenon that's going on around the world. it's
Oh
uh,
my gosh.
it's nothing. There is no meaning to it. But somehow people around the world are brought together. I mean, they just they just participate in this sort of a hidden joke, which probably has no meaning at all. So sort of like feels like there is this, community building naturally. People want more of this, wanting to connect with other people and form those relationships. Don't know if it's a byproduct of, after the COVID, people were at home and, stranded for
Hmm.
so long that now they are craving this. So maybe, but it's very
Vishak,
interesting to know
I'll
that.
tell you, one of my friends' kids told me that they were like 6, 7, and I was like 8, 9, and 10. And the kid looked at me, I was like, what? I don't get it. I
What?
was like, neither do I. But I said, mine makes sense. They're like, no, yours doesn't. I said, yeah, it does. 8, 9, and 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They're like, oh, that's lame. I
Lay.
was like, definitely different. Definitely different. But to Joel's point, he said, no two people have the same experience with any LLM chat anymore. Now, thanks to memories, it's like each one of us has our own digital friend who knows almost everything about us. You know what's funny about that, Joel? You can't break up with the AI because you need them.
More and more so, I guess, as we move forward. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
You can't have that like it would be funny to have a conversation and to tell like your AI tool that you're working on says, "I'm very unhappy with you recently. I think we need to break up." And see what the AI tells you. That'd be a funny response.
I can't wait to try that, but I'm a little scared of the consequences also. I'm a little.
I wonder if it'll come back in the memories and say, "But look, we had all these great times together."
Yeah. Give us one more chance, please. Oh.
Oh
So,
my
so
gosh.
another one of the things that okay, Joel says that he says please and thank you. I do too. There's a huge conversation around that where people are saying you don't have to say please and thank you to the AI models because that's like a waste of a token. It doesn't need that. But I don't know. I just feel like it's required. It's part of communication. I mean, if you're not going to be polite over there, then you're not going to be polite in our other interactions with human beings. So might as well be polite everywhere. And
Agree. Agree.
there was a saying somewhere else, a kind of a counterculture thing that what if AI does take over humanity? If that's the case, then I'm safe because I'm a sympathizer. I've always been polite to AI, so probably.
It's even like if you're an Apple user or if you're an Android user, you always tell the AI that you're talking to like, "Oh, thanks. I appreciate that." And they always respond, "You're welcome,"
You're welcome.
which is very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard good. All right. So I have another thing that I was doing here, something that I want to show. And this is where, let me share my screen. Not sure how long it's going to take, but if it does take a long time, at least you will know that what I've been doing. So this is again Perplexity Comet. This is the browser which has a built-in assistant to it. So what I can do is say if I have another tab and within the assistant, one of the things that we usually face during the holiday season is, shopping, right? I mean, shopping for gifts for close ones. So imagine I wanted to buy a gift for my wife. No, that sounds very wrong. I don't think I can buy one gift and probably have to buy, I want three small gifts, two medium-sized gifts,
You better be careful if
and
your wife watches this.
no, she's not around, so I'm gonna be fine. And one big gift for my wife. Themes are, let's see, she loves penguins. Who doesn't love penguins? Huh? Themes are penguins. She likes Lord of the Rings.
As Vishark's typing that up, did you notice, audience, if your shopping experience is different now, being that you will ask AI for some help in looking at pricing or acquiring some of the things that you're looking for? I think this year for my shopping, it was very interesting. It was a lot more selective. I did ask AI for some recommendations. I asked people, like I had to shop for a friend who was really hard to shop for, and it combed through her social media to give me some ideas. So that was really helpful.
So as you
Oh,
can see, it gave me some results earlier, but I said buy the gifts. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna access Amazon, it's gonna search for it, it's gonna give me a whole bunch of results. It can open multiple tabs. Yeah, there you go. It's opening multiple tabs based on the different ones, things that I put up. And then post this, it will give me the prompt to actually go ahead and buy the gifts that I've selected. So it needs some because I'm a little scared. I don't want to kind of give my financial
that penguin
information
is
or this thing.
1,100 Indian dollars. Wow.
Yeah. So as you can see, this is one of the things that Comet does. It's an agentic browser. So within the assistant, if you were to enter something like this, it also does great on tour planning. So if I say that I need to book a vacation for 6 people to Goa this end of this year, my boss is going to be like sitting over there and giving me dirty looks right now. But then, just in case if I were to book the tickets, it's going to let me do that. It's going to actually find the flight tickets and the hotel rooms and all of that. And it's pretty cool. I tried it out. It's pretty nice. So, Comet browser, everyone. See, if I say approve purchase, it's like approximately about 15 to 16K. If I spend, I can approve the purchase and it'll go ahead and do the purchase, and I'll make sure and I'll get it, probably in a couple of days.
What's interesting about that though, I wonder if it looks at like the ratings of the product. Because, if we're doing that as
It
individuals,
does.
we then go into this rabbit hole and we look at the reviews and we see what it is and we kind of like dive in and make sure that's the right one. I wonder if it just picks like the overall pick that Amazon recommends, or if it goes through, like it looks at all the ratings and says, like, okay, maybe this one should be a better one.
So the way I see it, right, and I'm not sure about this. I'm just trying this out right now. I've been doing it since couple of days. But the more I use this and it has context around my shopping patterns, preferences, and such, it's gonna do that. Like if I'm gonna be looking at comments and ratings, it's gonna follow my lead, and then it's gonna do that in the next search. So it's studying your behavior. It's gonna map to your behavior.
It's becoming your new shopping butler, huh?
Yeah, definitely. So yes, that's one thing that I thought I'll bring up. It is very interesting. So tour booking, tour planning, shopping, these kind of things are covered. Covered for you.
Yeah, a lot of times, for the holiday seasons, we talk about how do you buy, like back in the day, it was, and I say back in the day, which is like only less than 10 years ago, you would go through the ads, you would do the Black Friday. Like Black Friday this year was
What's up?
definitely
Yeah.
different, I don't think malls were as busy, but I don't know how sales were either. You just didn't see a lot of hustle and bustle the way that you would see it before. I remember back in the day, you would see, and I say back in the day again, this is only like before COVID or before
Yeah.
AI came around. You would see people stand in line at like 3 in the morning, or stores would open up the
Overnight.
evening of
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, just
Yeah.
so people could come and get their retail deals. And now that's not the case. Like it's Black Friday sale all week, and you can go online and purchase your items. And I think the merchants and the vendors are just trying to cash in all their sales right away.
Yeah, yeah. There's a huge change. In fact, marketing also I've been noticing, right? I mean, earlier Amazon and various other companies would put in huge deals, Black Friday and various other ones. Not that much this year, and I'm pretty sure next year it's going to be very different. So shopping is definitely changing. Yeah,
Well,
with
who
AI.
knows? Next year, everybody might be shopping with Comet and then just put their laundry list of shopping in there and go through it and say, hey, Comet, okay, great, to purchase. Get it all sent to me.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And Google is jumping on the bandwagon. 2 days back, I heard they are releasing a new browser which would do the same thing, like, the tabs and agentic ones where things get done through those assistants. So yeah, good times, I think, really good
Yeah, I
times.
think do you feel that it's like the war of the applications because they see
Yes.
like what someone does, they're like, "Ooh, okay, well, we want to do that too." And then they try to replicate and do the same thing, which I think is great, but I'm kind of wondering like what's that next thing because it's always like one up. Someone's always trying to one up the other one.
Yeah, I think I know the end for this, Cassie. I mean, everybody wants to get to those three letters, right? AGI, artificial general intelligence. I think everybody's looking out for that. Things get done on their own. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And the way things are going, I'm pretty sure I'm maybe next year, next to next year, we're going to see huge leaps. Did you hear about
Hmm.
the 5.2, ChatGPT 5.2? It's
Yes.
doing
Yeah. 5.2. Yeah.
huge
Hmm.
way. I mean, coding and everything is like beyond current levels. So at that rate, I mean, we don't know what's in store for us next year.
Yeah, and again, like while we're talking about AI, we do see it as a tool. We don't see it as like the end all be all. Again, people here, we still need the human in the loop. The human still has to verify a lot of the information. You still need to do the digital input. And so we're not at the point where the AI can read your mind. When it get
Yeah,
there, that'd be a little scary, but you know, we still look at it and view it as a tool.
yeah, yeah. And it should be. It is a tool. It's just that depends on who uses it, right? So if I'm using it for a good thing or a productive thing, great. But there could be people who use it for nefarious things. There are guardrails being built in. These companies are actually actively going into like seeing what can be done, what shouldn't be done, and they're putting in those guardrails. So I'm kind of feeling safe, but again, it's up to us, right? I mean, um, shouldn't stop us. I still kind of urge everybody to go out there, try these tools out. A lot of them are free right now. So, yeah, don't know how that's going to be. That's another area of concern because the more and more these tools are getting productive, there are subscription costs and licenses and all. But that's something that we cross the bridge when we come to it. Right now, the tools are for free. Go ahead and use them, play around with them. Uh, Fail, don't fail, it doesn't matter. Whatever you create, I guarantee you that it's gonna create a shift. It's gonna create a change in the way you think. And these tools are meant for that. It's supposed to change the way you think and work. So go ahead and try. Can't stress on that enough. And so yeah, I mean that's was a lot on my list regarding the tools that are currently there. Travel planning, gift shopping, creative writing is one thing where a lot of people would love to hear personalized messages, things that come in letters. Who has time for writing letters these days? But there is a certain nostalgia, a certain magic to it, right? So imagine these tools. I'm sure you would have been using some of these tools regularly. Use those tools, come up with letters, say that you want to write to your spouse, write to your children, write to your parents, whoever is out there. I mean, put up a very heartfelt post. Take that out, and like Cassie mentioned, it's always going to be a human in the loop. So you have your first draft out there, add in your own magic, sprinkle some of your pixie dust on it, and then send it out. You have a what used to take like, a long time or probably existential crisis for creating some message like this. Right now, you have the tools for creating something like that really fast. So, yeah, that's that's what I have from my side in terms of the tools and such. But like we mentioned, this is not about the tools. This episode is about having fun, remembering what we did in 2025, putting in the right intentions and wishes for 2026. And on that note, I mean, would love to hear from everybody on what do they have going or what are they wishing for in 2026, professionally, personally, if there's anything that you want to put out there, because I believe if we put it out there, there is a higher probability of it happening rather than, if it just stays within our heads. So if you have something, please put it out there. Either say it directly to yourself. If you want to put it in the chat, please feel free. It would give us a lot of perspectives, for what other people are thinking about. What about you, Cassie? What do you have in plan for 2026? Any wish lists? Anything in mind?
You know what's interesting? I was just talking to a friend and I was going to show her how to do a digital vision board,
Okay.
because a lot of people will do vision boards where you take out the magazines and you cut it and you paste and you put all the things up there. But because of
Yeah.
technology now, you can just screenshot something, put it up, copy and paste it, screenshot something, copy and paste it. And so I was just kind of thinking about like, we should do a digital vision board and talk about what do we want to see for 2026? How do we want I've really never done a vision board because I
Mm,
already kind of have it in my head. Okay, these are the things I
great.
want to get done in 2026. I think the gift that on 2025, the gift the digital world and learning has given us is really the tools and the resources and all the digital tools that are being created out there for us to expedite or increase our efficiencies of getting some of these
Yeah.
things done. So I think for me, 2026 is just to continue to keep on learning and
Mm,
also to keep ideating, right? Taking those things in there and trying them. Psychologists say, the people who spark curiosity tend to be the ones who flourish and succeed further rather
true.
than those who don't. And I think that's what's happening right now. It's piquing everyone's curiosity and it's pushing them into some people it's pushing them uncomfortably, into the curiosity space. But I think when you have someone and the supports around you, it's fun, like you can
It
enjoy
is.
it. So I do think that trying new things. Oh, Joel said mix board from Google Labs is the new toy. I will check that out.
Definitely gonna try that out. Yeah. But you're right, Cassie. I mean, a mood board, a vision board, for the future is not something that everybody thinks about. It's something that, usually comes out of user experience design and, various those kind of teams. But it's very important. The way we visualize things kind of help us understand how to plan around that. And so the 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 higher the dream, the wish, that is innately human. And to connect the dots, we have these so many tools now that it's very easy. We don't need to wait a long time or put in a lot of effort to actually create that, make that dream come true or that vision come true. It's very easy these days, but it's very important to have the dream, right? To have the vision. And I think that's what all these tools are kind of forcing us. And you're right, it is uncomfortable sometimes. And it's like, I think it's a great time for all of us to experiment, to be curious, and to kind of really, bring our visions, our dreams, out there. Joel had his hand put up. Joel, would you like to tell us something? Oh, that was an oopsies. Okay, no worries. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, we're almost there, 4 minutes to go. Let us know if anybody wants to come off mute and, tell us a story, tell us a reflection, tell us what they are grateful for. tell us maybe, if you have a dream or a vision for 2026. Yes, Kavita is definitely gearing up. Come on, Kavita.
Hi, and finally, it feels so nice to be unmuted. And
Yes.
thank you, Cassie, and thank you, Vishak, for such a lovely session today. I'm all smiles seeing both of you and the fun things that you have shown. This year, I think, I'm so grateful to have met you, Cassie. And I think, the whole learning buzz, the energy, and the momentum that we are building using this platform, and where we are bringing in people, bringing in ideas, talking about all new stuff. I'm so excited. And the kind of visibility that we are getting and the attention that we are getting because of learning buzz is tremendous, and we are seeing the results of it already in many different ways. And thank you so much, Cassie. Thank you so much, Vishak, for making this happen. And 2026 is looking really exciting. I must say that lot of things that at some point, I used to struggle, I used to think so much, contemplate, and then say, okay, maybe not this time. I am like, Vishak knows me so well. I'm a person with a lot of ideas, a lot of logical reasoning, thinking, and all that. But when it comes to putting it in words, I struggle a lot. I think if I have to create a learning module, maybe I can do it. But when I have to really write down my feelings, my thoughts, and my ideas, I take a lot of time. With AI coming in and so many different tools, it has become so easy. You won't believe me. You must have seen the number of posts that I'm putting up, and my ideas, I'm able to quickly transform them into something really cool, interesting thoughts onto LinkedIn and sharing with my network. I'm so excited. And I am asking every team member at Apposite to use AI, and they are using it in many different interesting ways. And I'm very sure in the next few episodes of Learning Buzz, where we're going to talk about all of the new interesting things that we're doing and the new speakers that Cassie that you're going to get for us, I'm only feeling that it's going to be really exciting. So thankful and so grateful for this partnership, Cassie, and thankful for Vishak, bringing this thing into life, and the entire team is working in the background to make sure this comes to life like this. And I'm so glad that the year is ending on such a high note, and really looking forward to 2026. Thank you, both of you.
Thanks, Kavita. That was really heartwarming. And yes, we are really looking forward to a very momentous 2026 over here. And you're right. I mean, what you said, right? It's about giving everybody a tool to express themselves. Like that's what AI is doing, like helping everybody express themselves in better ways, more productive ways, more efficient ways. So thank you so much for pointing that to us. It's amazing. And I think on that note, we can call it saying that 2026 is going to be a year of expressing yourself, putting yourself out there, putting your ideas out there. And let's really hope that those ideas, those visions really come to life, and we bring this world into a very beautiful place where things happen, a lot of good things happen. You're able to learn more, be better human beings. What more can one ask for? So that's my wish for 2026. Cassie.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this session. And we're super excited to bring all the different speakers and ideas for you in 2026. Maybe we need to use Joel's tool and show a mix board of what we have planned for 2026 and do a demo so that way people can actually see and get excited about it and want to ask us, when is that happening? And can I join? And but again, as an audience, make sure you tell us if you have somebody you want to hear from, or you have a speaker you want to see on our little webinar here for the Learning Buzz. We really appreciate it. In addition to that, let us know what time zone works for you. You were trying to figure out what is the best time for this to happen so we can get the most engagement.
Yeah. And then we are going to be moving into a more predictable, consistent way of bringing these webinars to you. Most probably, it's going to be like the third Thursday of every month, where Kathy and I are kind of discussing it. But it looks like it's going to be the third Thursday of every month, right, Kathy? So we'll be putting out more posts regarding this, as well as, who all you can expect, what all themes would be coming up in 2026 as part of our webinar series. And yeah, that's hoping to have a lot of fun that way.
We all are so grateful that you took the time out of your day to spend with us. And also, if you're watching this after it's been recorded, thank you for sitting and spending the time listening and watching and hearing all the things that we're sharing. We're so grateful for your time and also grateful that you're part of our community.
Yes, I thank you so much, Cassie, for mentioning that. We are actually starting a group on LinkedIn for the Learning Bus. We would be sharing details around that. We are hoping everybody can participate, share their opinions, their experiments, experiences, so many things. And we are hoping that the community is going to be a buzzing community, more like, a lot of bees around and, a lot of things happening. So we are really hoping that's going to be, we're going to kickstart it on LinkedIn and various other, hopefully along the way, a lot of other platforms as well. And yeah, I guess it's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a well-deserved, break if everybody's having it, or otherwise looking forward to a great new year, start of the new year, 2026. Yeah.
So a lot of you know that I'm from Hawaii, so I will say Mele Kaliki Maka, Haoli Makihiki Ho, which is Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. How do you say that in Indian?
I don't think there is. I'm still kind of processing around your Hawaiian phrase. I've lost all
Yeah,
context.
Christmas, I don't know, but I think for Happy
New
New
Year?
Year in Hindi, नए साल की शुभकामनाएं is in Hindi, and in Telugu if you have to say నూతన సంవత్సర శుభాకాంక్షలు. So those are two languages, and Cassie, we have so many languages here. So Vishak, maybe you can say in Malayalam, because that's your mother tongue. So
Pudu Varsha Ashamsagal. I think that's in
yeah,
Malayalam.
yes.
See, and maybe we'll have people from Japan join and they can tell us how they say it. And then we'll also have people from Korea and China and South Africa and who knows. So all of you out there, when you watch this webinar playback, tell us what Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or Happy New Year is in your language and put it in the comments.
That's a good one. Yeah. All right. I think it's a wrap, right, Cassie?
Yep, it's a wrap. We will look forward in seeing you in 2026. Definitely join us. We're excited to bring you lots of great content next year. And we wish you a happy holidays.
Yeah.
Happy
Thank you all.
holidays. Thank you all.
Take care.
Bye
Bye.
We're
bye.
signing off from Vishark and Cassie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.